Crowd in a party mood, ready to bring these women home. Our penultimate event at Athlos NYC 25, the women's 200 meters.
Set.
That's Brittany Brown there, right behind Mackenzie Long. What we thought she would set the target and then Brittany Brown would go, but look at Anavia battle call in the middle of the field.
But here comes Brittany Brown looking for the Athlos sweep. 2 crowns for Brittany Brown.
Wow, wow, and wow. Lara is right. I think we should start calling her Brittany Crown. She has 3 Tiffany crowns now, and this meet truly brings out the best in Brittany Brown. 21-80.
Over Anavia battle. And Marie-Josee Smith. Well, don't go away.
The staggered lanes told one story, but by the time the gun fired, Brittany Brown was already writing her own. Out of lane 7, she didn't blast, she built. Her start was measured. 6.33 at 50 meters, the 4th fastest opener in the field. Anavia Battle and Marie-Josee Smith surged early, their turnover sharp, their intent clear. But Brown was patient. Every phase of her race was a metronome, smooth acceleration, clean drive, then lift. By 100 meters, 11.14 seconds, she was already in control, her stride opening, her rhythm unbreakable. From there, it was all power and precision. At 150 meters, she hit 16.34, widening the gap. At 200, it was over. 21.89 seconds. Meet record, personal best, $60,000 richer. Behind her, battle finished strong in 22.21, with Talu Smith claiming bronze in 22.65. But Brown's margin wasn't just physical, it was psychological. Every stride screamed experience, patience, and purpose. Just an hour earlier, Brown had already conquered the 100 meters, clawing her way back from a lightning start by Jasia Sears to snatch victory in 10.99 seconds, the 2nd fastest mark of her season. 2 races, 2 wins, 2 checks worth $60,000 apiece, wired instantly through Athlos NYC's groundbreaking Cash App system. When asked about her late-season dominance, Brown smiled, eyes burning with that mix of calm and fire that only champions wear. "I thrive off this," she said. "Maybe it's the environment that brings it out of me." Just under a month earlier, in Tokyo, Brown had finished 6th at the World Championships, a result that stung more than she let on. She left Japan with no medal, but with something far more dangerous: motivation. And in New York, she turned that fire into gold. Her path to this point wasn't smooth. A December surgery delayed her training, forcing her to rebuild from scratch. But that slower start became her secret weapon, sharpening her closing speed, fueling her endurance, and keeping her hungry when others faded. Now, after a bronze medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics, a Diamond League win, and back-to-back Athlos NYC titles, Brittany Brown stands at the pinnacle of her powers. Athlos NYC has reshaped what it means to be a professional track athlete. In just its 2nd year, the women's-only meet has distributed over $750,000 in prize money, elevating athletes who once had to scrape by to survive. For Brown, that means freedom, the kind most sprinters never taste. In 2025 alone, she's earned nearly $200,000 in prize money across global meets before Nike bonuses, appearance fees, or endorsements. That's rare air. That's star status. And it's proof that the sport is changing fast. When the season began, Brittany Brown wanted respect. By year's end, she had earned it every stride, every dollar, every crown. She's no longer chasing medals or validation. She's setting standards. At 30 years old, Brittany Brown has never looked stronger, faster, or hungrier. And as she stood under the New York skyline, draped in gold and adrenaline, the question wasn't whether she's back. It was this: how much higher can she climb? Is Brittany Brown now edging closer to one of America's most complete sprinter? And can anyone stop her wave heading into 2026?
Hey everyone, we are back. And we are back again. Miss Brown. Yes, congratulations. You just stepping on them tonight. Congratulations. This is, how many times have you run now, this crown?
This is my third crown.
Your third?
2 this year.
Congratulations. Athlos clearly is something super special to you because you keep winning.
I know, right? I just need to keep coming here every year, and for the league, just forever.
Okay, so tell us one thing that really got you motivated to get ready and get started and try to win this race.
Well, my family's here, so it really feels nice to represent my family and friends. My mom's from New York, so I had a New York crowd here. All my people from California came out to my hometown, so it was just really nice.
Well, congratulations. Let's give you another crown.
All I have to do is tell you that she's my favorite dancer of the night. Okay. Here we go. One time. Now listen, if I had her dance skills as well as her athletic skills, I'd be a lot further in my career right now. She has been such a treat to watch. We're renaming this race after her. It's Brittany Brown. Thank you for participating. You have been nothing but greatness. Meanwhile, she's also going to get a little cash. We'd like to showcase our sponsor.